Alright, so you're thinking about buying a used Honda Accord, huh? Well, before you whip out that credit card and sign the papers, you've got to watch this video. Trust me, I learned a ton of lessons after buying a used Honda Accord, and I'm here to save you from the same mistakes. So buckle up, because today we're diving into everything you need to know before buying a used Honda Accord and why you might want to avoid some models. Let's get into it. Now, the Honda Accord has been around for decades, and if you're looking for a used sedan, you've probably already heard it's one of the most reliable cars on the road. But just like anything else, not all Honda Accords are created equal. So before you take the plunge, let's break down what's changed over the years. We'll be looking at the 9th, 10th, and 11th generations, from 2013 all the way up to the 2024 model. Let's start with the 9th Gen Accord, which ran from 2013 to 2017. This is where things get interesting because Honda tried some new stuff with this generation. For the first time in years, they offered both a coupe and sedan option. The engines were solid, with a 2.4-liter four-cylinder pushing 185 horsepower and a 3.5-liter V6 with 278 horsepower. Yeah, if you like a bit more power, the V6 was your best friend. But the real game changer here was the hybrid option. Honda was starting to dip its toes into the hybrid world, and the 9th Gen offered that efficiency. But let's be honest, it wasn't as advanced as some other hybrids out there. However, the 2016 refresh made a big difference, adding better styling, a touch of tech magic with Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and perhaps most importantly, the Honda Sensing Suite. If you're buying a 9th Gen, the 2016 or 2017 is where you'll get the most bang for your buck, thanks to the upgraded tech and safety features. And let me tell you, Honda Sensing is worth it. Lane keeping assist, adaptive cruise control, and collision mitigation are all part of this package. So if you're driving on the highway, you're getting some extra peace of mind. And honestly, that's a pretty sweet deal for a used car. Now, let's talk about the 10th Gen Accord, which was a major step up when it launched in 2018. Honda ditched the coupe, and let's be honest, we all saw that coming, right? But they made up for it by focusing on the sedan. The turbocharged 1.5-liter engine, 192 horsepower, and the 2.0-liter turbo and 52 horsepower are seriously fun to drive. And let's not forget, this generation was all about making the Accord fun again. And on the inside, this car is all about tech. Honda made the interior a lot more upscale. Gone are the days of cheap plastic. Instead, you've got an updated infotainment system, better materials, and a cleaner, more modern design. It's honestly impressive. Plus, you get options like a 6-speed manual transmission, a 10-speed automatic, or a CVT. So depending on your style, you can drive the way you want. And here's the kicker, the hybrid. The hybrid in the 10th Gen Accord was a huge improvement. Honda made it way more powerful, more efficient, and much smoother than the 9th Gen hybrid. You really feel the difference, especially with the 2021 model, which got a nice refresh that added wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and improved safety features. The tech in the 10th Gen is just on another level. Alright, the 11th Gen Accord is the latest and greatest, launched in 2023. If you're looking at this generation, there are a few things you need to know. First, Honda ditched the turbocharged 2.0L engine in favor of a hybrid-only lineup. The 2.0L turbo was replaced by a more refined hybrid engine that produces 247 pound-feet of torque. The 11th Gen is all about comfort and tech. The interior is larger, and Honda has made the car even more refined. Feels like you're driving a premium vehicle without that premium price tag. And the new infotainment system? It's got Google built in, so you get Google Assistant, Google Maps, and all the perks that come with that. It's definitely a step forward, but again, it's still a bit on the new side. If you're looking for something used, this might be out of your price range. So now that we've broken down all the generations, here's the big question. Which one should you buy? If you're looking for the best deal on a used Honda Accord, I would say go for the 10th Gen, specifically the 2018-2021 models. They're loaded with tech, have a great balance of power and efficiency, and you're still going to get good resale value. if you're on a tighter budget, the 9th gen, specifically the 2016-2017 models, is a solid pick. They're reliable, safe, and they still have some decent tech. But stay away from the older 9th gen models without those updates. They're just not worth it. And the 11th gen? Well, if you're lucky enough to snag a deal on one, it's a great car, but the price might be a bit too steep for some, especially if you're buying used. So, to sum it all up, Honda Accords are awesome, no doubt about it. The 10th gen is your best bet if you want the most bang for your buck. The 9th gen is good if you're on a tight budget, and the 11th gen is great if you want the latest and greatest. But be ready to pay a little more. At the end of the day, just make sure you're checking the car's condition, mileage, and whether it's been well maintained. The used car is only as good as the care it's received, so do your homework.